Hey guys, thank you for tuning back into It Is a Lifestyle. I'm your host, Rachel. I'm glad you came back. I see that our viewership is going up, our subscribers are getting large at this point. Thank you all for supporting my channel. Okay, we're at day 6 and I'm excited to tell you all some information. I've been getting a lot of feedback and comments. So I want to talk about the starvation. Some people were stating that this is modern day starvation. So I want to talk about that. That is very important because I don't know if we have any young kids or teenagers watching the show. So I want to make sure that I am doing this show as socially responsible as possible. So let's talk about the starvation. In a previous video, I talked about ketosis, how our body usually use glucose as food and fuel. Now it is moving on to utilizing that fat, that stored fat that's in my system. Now, once the body starts breaking down that stored fat, that is why I'm no longer hungry, because it is eating away at that fat and using that as food and fuel. When my body no longer has that fat, then that's when we can say I am technically starving myself. My body mass index or BMI is over 30%, so I have enough reserve to last me at least 2 to 3 months. Remember, this is what our body use if there is no food around as a mechanism to stay alive. So that's what the stored fat is for. But I have too much stored fat. So that's why I'm doing the 90-day water fasting inspired by Dr. Sebi, because I need to break down the fat that's in my system along with the mucus and any disease or dis-ease that I have in my body. Remember, disease is when you have too much of something. So in terms of diabetes, I have too much sugar and not enough going out. So with the 90-day water fasting, I am releasing the sugar that's in my body. And that's why you do a fast. You want to release the mucus, because most diseases, according to Dr. Sebi, no, actually he says all diseases are created through mucus. So whatever disease that you have is because you have too much mucus in whatever region of your body. So a healthy way to eliminate that is by doing a water fasting. There are some benefits during a 40-day water fasting. I would like to use 90 because that's what Dr. Sebi did, and he was able to eliminate his sugar. As I stated in a previous video, when I do my doctor checkup during my 40-day mark, if she states that my sugar is no more in my system, there's no need to go on to 90 days. You know, I did 90 days because it was inspired by Dr. Sebi, but if I could do it to 40 days, that would be excellent, and I could continue to eat. I will talk to you about the breakdown of the fasting and the types of foods we should be putting in our system now that we cleanse our system from all that. So if you're eating a lot of meat, you're cleansing that out of your system. You don't want to intake meat after you do your water day fast. You want to start to eat healthy. We'll talk about GMO products, how we're not supposed to have that, but yet they still sell that in the supermarkets. But if you go overseas, those products are banned, okay? So we're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about acid versus alkaline, what kind of foods we should be ingesting after we do our water fast. Again, there's no point of doing the water fasting if you're going to go back to your unhealthy eating habits. So I wanted to get to the point with the starvation because there are people who might be influenced, and I want them to know that I'm doing this right. Again, I talked about with the aid of a doctor. I will bring that in there because that was a comment that was brought up to me, and that's a valid point. Do it with the assistance of a doctor. Now, I'm not going to a doctor on a weekly basis, but I will do it during the 40-day mark. Have my urine and blood both tested and get the okay if I should go on to 90 days. So thank y'all for the feedback and the comment. I love it. I will put it in my show, and I want to talk about it because a lot of times we're not talking about these things, and it might be a question that you all have, and someone is addressing it by asking me, and then I can research and find some information and put it on the show. It's a lifestyle. Okay, the second thing I wanted to talk about is the apple cider vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar that is organic, no pesticides, and I'm also utilizing apple cider vinegar with the mother. Make sure you have with the mother because it has the most health benefits. I want to talk about the benefits of apple cider vinegar. One, it's appetite suppressant. That's why I'm able to do better when I have water with the apple cider vinegar than when I have just the water. Using the apple cider vinegar helps with the hunger pains along with ketosis. So the last 2 days, I have not had any hunger pains whatsoever. So both processes are working. Not only is it appetite suppressant, it is a natural fat burner. It targets the stomach area where most women have their issues is the stomach and the thighs. I still have my thighs, so it's not really targeting that area. I probably will have to do some sort of exercises to eliminate the fat in my thighs, but it is targeting my stomach area. It's a natural fat burner. If you are leery about using apple cider vinegar because it has acid in it, you can use water with lemon. Now, I want to talk about the acid. Now, apple cider vinegar as a facial is an acid. That's how I was able to remove the dark marks off your skin. But in your stomach, when you ingest it, apple cider vinegar can become alkaline. Now, it depends on your body makeup. Now, some people who ingest apple cider vinegar, it is still an acid. But some people who intake apple cider vinegar, it becomes alkaline. So if you do not want to use apple cider vinegar, a great alternative is water and lemon. When you go to restaurants, you do not have to order sugary drinks, which is $2.99 to $4.99. You actually save that. So this actually saves you money. You can order water with lemon, and it will eliminate a lot of that fat that you ingested with that meal you bought at the restaurant. So make sure you have organic lemons when you're doing that, and that will eliminate, it will flush a lot of the toxins and the fat out of your system. Apple cider vinegar is also good for mental clarity. We have a lot of mucus in our upper region sometimes, and it will eliminate that mucus that's in your system, and then your mind will work better. Sometimes you have mental fog or Alzheimer's disease. This would be a great alternative for senior citizens. Instead of using over-the-counter drugs, they can take apple cider vinegar. Coconut is good too. The coconut oil will help with the mental clarity. You use that and it will get rid of the mucus that's in your system. Apple cider vinegar also helps with cleansing your skin, your insides as well. It will clean your inside region, your liver, and your kidneys. It will work hand in hand with the water that you're drinking. And make sure that y'all drinking water that is alkaline and not acidic. We talked about this in a couple of videos ago, and I also told y'all which brand you get. But remember, do your research. You can actually buy a kit that can tell you how much acid and alkaline that you have in your water. Test your water and then pick the one that is purple. You want it to be on the alkaline side, not acidic. Because when you have acid in your system, that creates diseases, and we want to remove diseases out of our body. The more you have of something and you're not releasing it, it gets in your body and causes diseases. That's why I have the sugar, the issues with the sugar. I have too much sugar in my body and I'm not releasing it. That's what disease is. too much toxins going in and not enough toxins going out. So doing a 40 or 90-day water fasting will release those toxins that's in your body, because you're not bringing anything else in, and you just releasing it through sweat, through your urine, or through your bowel movements. I also wanted to talk about I also wanted to talk about my driving. I went out and did some driving yesterday. I was afraid that I was going to be dizzy because I did not eat in 5 days. I was not. I had energy. I didn't have no issues driving, thinking about the road and whatever. I was a little skeptical on whether or not I should go out by myself, but I did. I made it to my destination, both to and fro, without any issues. So I'm glad about that. Now, when I get to like 2 and 3 months, I don't know if I would take that chance, but I did do it yesterday and I didn't have any issues. I also want to talk about urine. I had bubbles in my urine, and I'm going to do some research and see what that was. I'm going to try to do it before the video, but I didn't have time to thoroughly figure out the bubbles that's in the urine. Again, it's dark yellow. It's yellow in the morning, then it gets clear once I start ingesting my bottles of water. Again, day 3, no bowel movements. And that's probably to be expected because I'm not eating anything that has fiber in it or that's heavy. I'm hoping I don't have that issue to the remainder of the fast, but I don't feel backed up, so that's a good thing. The kidneys, I don't feel that back issue anymore, so I guess my body is used to ingesting all 8 bottles of water. I don't have that issue. Then I wanted to talk about the other day, I was extremely tired. I was tired around 5 o'clock. I waited until 7 to go to sleep, but I didn't. What I did is I just closed my eyes and I reminded myself not to, because sometimes if I do go to sleep at 7, I won't get up into the next day. I got up and I tried to drink my bottles of water, and it took me up until 9:30. So the ketosis and the apple cider vinegar is doing their job very thoroughly, because I couldn't just drink the 2 bottles of water back to back. I had to space them out in a 2-hour time frame, because I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to take in all 8 bottles of water, and I want to make sure that I'm being very authentic, again with the video and again with my journey. So that's it, guys. I changed my hairstyle today. I got some critic remarks. Maybe change up my hairstyle a little bit, so I did that. No, I'm not influenced by what people say. You know, I take into account whether I want to or not. And I thought it was a great idea, so I did it. Switched up on the outfit a little bit today too. After tomorrow, I'm going to be doing weekly videos instead of daily videos, and I will reach out to y'all and show y'all what's going on as far as my skin and how my body is transforming. Again, if you have any questions or comments, link that below, or you can reach me out on Facebook if you're a Facebook friend of mine. And you can reach me at itisalifestyle2@gmail.com. I talked about on yesterday, sponsorships. If you have anything you want me to include, if you have any products you want to send to me that you want me to put on the show, if you want to collab with me coming on my show, or if you want me to come to your show, your event, or you want me to present at a school, let me know at itisalifestyle2@gmail.com. Remember, subscribe. You'll get a notification letting you know every time I upload videos. Remember, I'm not going to just talk about 90-day water fasting. I'm going to talk about anything that deals with It is a lifestyle. So I will see y'all tomorrow on day 7. Bye.